Hey there, Blossoms. I wanted to share a parable with you all. It's a parable out of the Bible, but you don't have to be religious to get the blessing from this. There's a parable called the parable of the unforgiving servant. And to sum it all up, basically, Peter went and asked Jesus and said, how many times should I forgive my brother and sisters that have sinned against me? 7 times? And, Jesus was like, no, not 7 times, up to 77 times. And so, in the same parable, this servant goes up to his master and he's like, please forgive me of my debts. Be patient with me. He owed him like a buttload of money. I think it was like 10,000 bars of gold or something. And he was begging the master, please forgive me of my debts. And the master had pity on him and he forgave him. Well, that same servant went out to his fellow servant and was like, hey, dude, you owe me some money. You owe me some silver bars. Where's my money? And so dude was like, his fellow servant was like, I don't have it. And he too fell to his knees and begged him and said, please be patient with me. And dude was like, no, I'm not going to be patient with you. I'm going to choke you out right now. Choked him out, sent him to jail until he could pay his debt back. Well, the other servants heard about it and they went back and told the master, and they're like, hey, you remember that servant, dude, you just forgave his debt? Well, he just went and sent another servant to jail because they had a debt and didn't pay him back. And so the master was like, oh, what? You can't do that, so he called dude back and he's like, look, dude, I forgave you. What the hell is up with you? You didn't forgive your fellow servant? Okay, so you're going to have to go to jail. Not only are you going to go to jail, but you're going to go to jail and you're going to be tortured until you pay your debt back. So he didn't forgive his fellow servant like the master had done to him. So I was thinking about that parable and I thought about my mom. Maybe about 2 years ago, she called me at work. Just frantic, saying, I found this new job, but I can't get out there. It's all the way on Hacks, and I've been asking for help, and nobody will help me. And she asked me if I could give her a ride, and my first thought was, oh my God, Hacks, that is so far away, And my human side was like, no, But she just broke down, and she said, nobody will help me. I don't know what else to do. I'm ready to give up. And it's like God just came in my spirit and he said, you have to help her. And I was like, God, but it's so far. And he was like, you have to help her. And I thought about our past relationships and all the stuff that we've been through and how I was able to forgive her more than 7 times. But the moral of this post is that job that I was able to enable her to get to and from ended up being the best job she ever had, the best pay she ever had, best experience. She was so happy after she got that job. And the rides that we had together in that short period of time made us closer than we've ever been, ever. And I'm so glad that I was able to forgive her, because if I hadn't, her life would have had a completely different ending. It wouldn't have been a happy ending. It would have been a sad ending. I would have had emotional debt, as I call it, left over, feeling bad that I didn't. A lot of people go through that. Emotional residue, emotional debt. You got to clear that out. Emotional debt is just as bad, if not worse, than financial debt. And a lot of us don't realize we're carrying emotional debt around with us. So I would like to commission you to forgive whoever it is that hurt you. And it takes your spirit to do that. You can't do it with your body. But forgiveness will cleanse your emotional debt, and it'll open you up to be blessed, because I'm certainly blessed. And I just wanted to share that with you all today. Have a forgiving spirit. You never know what plan God has. And even if you don't believe in God, you don't know what plan destiny has for your life. Determinism is when one step leads to another step, leads to another step. If you sow good seeds, you get good flowers. So, sow good seeds. and practice forgiveness, and you will be blessed for it. While you're at it, have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. God bless.